It is Saturday at 8 a.m. in my part of the world, and fast forward that to wherever you are. I am so excited that Christina is going to be guiding us through a yoga practice that I am hoping will become a staple in sacred surrogacy, sacred donation, CFC, uh, and it's going to become an opportunity for us to really just drop in, get into our bodies as we're going through these most profound moments of IVF or of, uh, of surrogacy or recovery from surrogacy or an egg donation. And I'm just so grateful to have you here, Christina. If you are joining us later on, which I know or I understand that most people will be just because of timing issues and life and kids getting in the way. So if you're joining us later and you do have questions, we will be sending out Christina's contact details for you to ask her all the things. So I'm going to turn my camera off so that Christina can begin. And we have a few people joining. So welcome to those of you joining. Christina, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to mute and turn off my camera.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm so excited to be here. Before we get into it, I wanted to show you guys some things that I found just around the house that could help with your practice possibly, especially if you're pregnant or postpartum. One of them is just a towel, an old pillow from like a couch or something. It's just going to help with seated positions. Shavasana, if you're pregnant, if you have a body pillow of some kind or a snoodle, and a chair. Finding these things around your house, if you have any limitations or a tight back body, might help with your practice. Good.
Excuse me, mommy.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah, you'll notice that I will come in and out of the practice after demonstrating some poses. This is so that I can speak clearly to you so you can hear me, and for those of you that have your cameras on so that I can tell what you're doing with your body and make sure that we're staying safe. If you're comfortable being on camera while the recording's on, I encourage it and would appreciate it if you're okay with that. Because that way I can cue to your body specifically in the poses. And if you're not comfortable, that's totally fair. Before we get started, does anybody have any questions for me? Good. I've designed this class to be safe for pregnant and postpartum bodies, and I will cue different things if you are dealing with like a bigger belly or any kind of back or pelvis pain. You'll hear different terms. The type of yoga that I practice, I use Sanskrit and English, and this is to acknowledge and honor the roots of yoga. That's why I do that. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes and see if anybody wants to join us, or if you have any questions, I'm here for it. We're going to be doing a little bit of seated breath work to start. So I'm going to use this old couch cushion to help tilt my pelvis and give my spine length. If that is something you're able to do or would like to do, it adds a little bit extra to your position. This is Sukhasana, or easy seated pose, and this is where we're going to start as a class. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here today. All right. We're going to start with some breathing exercises. This is gonna help calm down our parasympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight system in our bodies. It's so active so much of the time. So bringing attention and awareness to our breath is a great way to calm down that anxious feeling that we get sometimes. For our hands, you can have palms up. You'll notice this one's a popular one in yogi world. This is to receive. So if you're looking to receive energy from the universe, we do palms up. If you're looking to receive from yourself, we do palms down. Whichever feels best in your body today. Sometimes you can have one palm up or one palm down. It doesn't matter. To start, inhale for 4 seconds, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold on the out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4. We're going to get you to do 5 more rounds of breath just like that. Slowly inhaling for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again. It's normal to feel uncomfortable when you hold on the exhale. Our bodies don't like having less oxygen. It's a great way to calm the body though. So when you notice that discomfort on the exhale, hold, know that everyone feels that discomfort with you. On our next inhale, arms are going to reach overhead. Lengthen your spine, have a slight tuck in your chin so the back of your neck can be long, crown of head reaches for the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Do that again, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. On your next inhale, bring your arms up and reach. Hold for a second here. And on your exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand to right hand. Fingertips come to the ground and push in for more length. Inhale tall. Exhale, maybe find a little bit more twist. And if you're carrying a baby, maybe stay where you're at. On the next inhale, bring your hands back through center. Exhale and twist to the other side. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, maybe a little bit more twist. On your next inhale, come back through center. Exhale and twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. One more time each side. Inhale, hands overhead, chin slightly tucked. Exhale, twist. Inhale for length in your spine. Exhale, twist. And inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist last time. Inhale for length. And exhale. On your next inhale, hands come up and back through heart center. From here, take your shins in front of your body. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can hold different shins or have both hands on the same one. Do what feels best for you. Seated cat-cows. From here, your hands stay on your shins. Inhale, chest pushes through, shoulder blades pull down and back, chin slightly tucked. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, shoulder blades come to ears. Inhale, chest lifts up, comes forward, Exhale, arch and round your spine, chin is tucked. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, arch your back, tuck your chin, big rounded back. Do 2 more of these with your own breath in your time. After you've done your second one, come back to a long neutral spine. And from here, make your way to tabletop. What this might look like in different bodies is shoulders under wrists, knees come under your hips. If you have wrist discomfort, you can come up onto your fists, thumbs point towards each other, or you can bring your hands a little bit more in front of your body instead of being directly under your shoulders. From here, once you find where you're comfortable, 5 cat-cows. So for a cow, inhale, chest lifts, tailbone lifts, and head lifts. Exhale for cat, round your spine, tuck your tailbone in, head drops. Inhale, chest pulls through. Exhale, arch your spine, round your back, let your head be heavy. Inhale to lift. And follow your own breath for 3 more rounds here. Exhale and really try to find that arch in your spine. As your chest lifts for cow, pull your shoulder blades back. Once you've finished your rounds, come back to a neutral spine. Right. We're going to do some side spine crunches here. This is great to find some mobility in your spine and just get some movement that we don't do in an everyday situation. What you're going to start by doing is take your left shoulder to your left hip and find a little side crunch on the exhale. On your inhale, come back to neutral and exhale towards the other side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to neutral. And exhale, other side. Do 3 more aside with your own breath in your time, following your exhales into a side crunch and your inhales to a neutral spine. After you've finished your side crunches, come back and meet in the middle. This time, for our exercise, we're going to pretend like there is a pencil coming out of our belly button, and we're drawing a circle on the ground with that pencil that's in our belly button. So you're doing little circles. This helps loosen up your hips, shoulders, spine. Once you've done a few one way, stop and do a few the other way. Come back to neutral spine. We're going to start to create some heat in our bodies and some core work here. Again, this is safe for pregnant bodies. If you feel any tingling, numbness, or pain, please stop what you're doing and maybe adjust your body and see if we can find something that causes no pain. So from here, extend left leg out, toes pull towards shin bone. Level off your hips. Bring your knee back to your mat. Second side, right leg extends, toes pull back, knee to mat. Left arm extends, palm faces towards the body. Palm comes back to mat. Right arm extends, and right arm comes back to mat. You're gonna add on to this if you would like. You can continue doing one limb at a time, or you can take opposite limbs at the same time. So reaching your left leg back, right arm reaches forward, find your balance. Transverse abdominis is holding you in and protects you, holds you tight, belly button to spine. Hand and knee come back to the mat. Opposite side. Right leg reaches back, left arm forward. Belly button to spine, tight core here. Chin is slightly tucked so the crown of your head reaches towards whatever's in front of you. Hand and knee come back to the mat. And again, opposite side. Hand and knee back to mat. And reach, extend. Foot pushes towards the wall behind. Arm reaches towards whatever's in front of you. Hand and knee back to mat. Do 3 more of these on each side. Making sure belly button stays tight. Relax your shoulders away from the ears if they start to creep up. Toes are flexed. Good. Right, once you've finished each side, meet in neutral spine. From here, we will push back to Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog, toes tuck, hips lift, push through the palms of your hands. Toes are slightly together, heels slightly apart. Fingertips are spread. Pointer fingers point towards the front of your mat, and the rest of your fingers spread out after that. Knees can be as bent as they need to be to give you length in your spine. Option to come to Anahatasana, mounting heart pose. It's a great option. You bring your knees to the mat, hands come out front, and you let your forehead and heart come down. Find the option that works best for you today. If you're in down dog, you can pedal out your feet. Just find some movement in your body there. That looks like this. Minor movement. Hips reach towards the ceiling and pull towards the wall behind. Head is heavy and loose. Maybe shake it yes and no. Loosen up your cervical vertebrae a little bit. You'll notice your shoulder blades wrap around the side of your body. That's exactly what you want to feel. Elbows pull towards the back, towards your legs. Take 2 more big breaths here. Look forward between your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Ragdoll. Heel toe your feet out a little bit so that your feet are under your hips. If you have a bigger belly, make your feet a little bit wider so you can comfortably forward fold. Here, if you would like, is a good time to have a chair. Using a chair to help with stability or hold you kind of halfway. If that feels better, please use that option. In Ragdoll, your hands can be on the chair, the mat, or you can take opposite elbows. Let your head be heavy and hang. Option to have bent knees and let your stomach come in towards your thighs and relax. Let your back be long and your neck relaxed. Take space between your upper and lower jaw. Let your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth. As you inhale, feel your back ribs expand. Release your hands back to the mat if they're not already there. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer. Big toes can be touching, heels slightly apart, or they can be about 2 fists apart, whatever feels best for you. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Long spine, hands come to shins. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, extended Tadasana. We come all the way up, hands reach overhead. Option to find a tiny back bend here if we're not pregnant. Hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, extended Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, hands to shins, bones, long spine, crown of head towards the front of the room. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, extended Tadasana, arms reach overhead. Option to find your back bend. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms overhead, extended Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, long spine. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead, extended Tadasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. And from here, we plant our hands onto our mat and come to downward facing dog or Anahatasana, melting heart pose. Always take the option if you feel you need it to come to child's pose. Knees come wide, toes come together, and push your hips towards your feet. Head comes to the mat, and arms can be active or relaxed. At any point in this practice, if you feel you need this break, please take it. And if you need water at any point, please have some. It's a hot day here. I'm not sure if it is there, but it is here. All right. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, right leg steps forward, back heel lands on your mat, back foot is on an angle, and front knee is bent. Arms reach up overhead, or they can stay at heart center. Your right leg, your knee pulls towards pinky toe. Back leg, ridge of foot pushes into the mat and hold here. Bottom ribs might try to come up. Inhale and bring them back in towards your spine. Glutes are active and hips pull in towards each other. This is a strong pose. It's the reason we call it warrior. Take 2 more deep breaths. Relax your face muscles. After your last breath, release your hands back to the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands, bend your knees, and step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, extended Tadasana, arms come overhead. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, long flat spine. And downward facing dog, hands plant on the mat, feet step back. Take a moment here to find your breath. Push firmly through the palms of your hands. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, left leg comes forward, lands on your mat, back heel comes to the ground. Inhale, chest lifts, shoulders square towards the front. Left knee pulls towards left pinky toe. Sometimes it tries to sneak in. Push through the ridge of your back right foot. Inhale, find length in your spine. Front ribs might try to come up again, pull them back into your body. Take 2 more deep, strong breaths here. Feel your rib cage expand with air. And after your second breath, release your hands back to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees and step or walk to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, long spine. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, extended Tadasana, arms reach overhead. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, long spine. Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax just for a moment here. Maybe take space between your feet if that feels good for you. Again, option to take opposite elbows. Head is heavy and relaxed, spine is long. Knees can be bent or long. Chest can come to thighs. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Downward facing dog, hands plant on the mat, feet step back, hips lift, and heels drop. Virabhadrasana, 1, warrior 1, right leg steps forward between hands, back heel lands, inhale, chest lifts. Right foot pulls, right knee pulls towards right pinky toe. Strongly push through the edge of that back foot. I'm gonna slide the legs here so you can see. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, hands come through heart center. Change your alignment in your feet from heel to arch, or to heel to arch alignment. Arms reach for opposite sides of the room. Shoulders come over top of hips. Gaze is over top of your right fingertips, looking straight. Right knee pulls towards right pinky toe. And feel a strong line of energy from your back left foot all the way up your body. Inhale, feel the strength in your body. Feel your legs support you. Reverse warrior, right palm flips, inhale, hand reaches up, left hand comes to left thigh. Come back through warrior 2. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right leg extends. Option to step your back foot in a little bit here for range of motion. Right fingertips and body reach forward. Right hand to right leg. Left arm reaches for the ceiling. Option to use your chair here to find height and length in your spine. You can use a block or any kind of support. You're gentle with your fingertips on your leg, and you have a slight bend in your front knee. On your next inhale, come back through warrior 2. Then bring your hands to your mat and step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. If you need water or a break in child's pose, now's a great time. I know it is for me, it's a sauna in here. All right, And when you're ready, meet back in downward facing dog or Anahatasana, if that's your preferred pose, with knees to the mat and arms out front. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Left leg steps forward, back heel lands on the mat. Inhale, arms reach over, shoulders are squared towards the front of the room. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, hands come through heart center. Footing changes to a heel to arch alignment. Arms reach for opposite ends. Left knee pulls towards left pinky toe. Shoulders come over hips. Deepen your breathing here. Long inhales and long exhales. Reverse your warrior, palm flips. Inhale, arm reaches for the ceiling, and right hand comes to right leg. Come back through warrior 2, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lengthen your front leg, step your back leg in just a little. Left fingertips reach and come to leg. Right hand reaches towards the ceiling. Inhale, find length in your spine, and maybe as you exhale, open your chest just a little bit more. Inhale, come back through warrior 2. Hands come to the mat, downward facing dog. Palms push into the mat, hips lift and pull back. Look forward between your hands, bend your knees and step or walk to the top of your mat. I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the power movements and do some balance here. Tree pose. Root down through the foot, through your left foot. Toes spread wide. Shift your weight into your left leg. Play around with your balance for a minute. If you want your chair, bring it closer. It's a good option. Right toes can stay on the mat. You can lift your foot to your calf, or you can bring your foot up to your thigh, whichever feels best in your body today and wherever your balance is today. Hands can stay at heart center. You can inhale and lift your arms, or you can root your hands and find some stability and grounding here. If you can, focus your gaze on something slightly in front of you. We refer to this as your drishti, something not movement and something that has your attention. On your next inhale, bring your knee forward, extend your leg and bring it beside your other one, and maybe shake it out here, the leg shakes. All right, Vrikshasana, tree pose, second side. Right toes spread and land on the mat. Root down through your right foot. Start to shift your weight into that right body. Left foot finds its option. Toe might be on the ground. You can bring it to your calf or again, up to your thigh. You might notice your balance is different on each side. That's very normal. It changes day to day and side to side. Once you've found the option that works best for you, find the hand variation that feels best in this pose. Focus your drishti. And maybe bring your focus back to your breath. If you find yourself swaying or losing balance, that's fine. Trees sway. On your next inhale, bring your knee back to center, extend your leg and let it land beside your other, and then find some movement here. Shake it out. Inhale, hands come overhead, extended Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Padangusthasana, big toe pose. Take some space between your feet, about hip width, maybe a little wider, and peace fingers wrap around big toes. If your belly is in the way, take a little bit more space so that you can come down. If this is not comfortable, please use your chair to give you extra height. Otherwise, if you're holding your toes, inhale, find a little bit of length here, and exhale into a deeper fold and let your head be heavy. From here, you can find a little bit of movement, maybe bend your knees from side to side, take a little bit of depth. Release your toes, heel toe your feet back together. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Uttanasana, forward fold. Extended Tadasana, arms reach overhead, and hands come through heart center. From the top of your mat, I'll go here. Right leg lunges back for Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted. Right knee is bent. Or sorry, left knee is bent. You can choose to stay here with arms overhead, or a really good hip opener is to bring your knee down to your mat with arms reaching and let yourself come a little bit deeper into this pose. This is a good one to notice. If your lower ribs are trying to pop out, bring them back into your midline. Core is tight, belly button to spine. Take 2 more deep breaths here. After your second breath, we're coming through warrior 2. Back heel lands, open. And then lengthen your front leg. Toes turn towards the long end of your mat, coming into goddess. So for goddess, feet are pointed out, knee or heels in, knees come bent, and only go as far as you are comfortable in this position. Knees pull back, okay? So if you need to shorten your stance, please do. If that's what feels better, do that. For goddess, hands at heart center, or you can bring them to your hips and feel your bones here. And if anything's kind of one up, one down, we can try to level it. We're gonna do 10 pulses here. Just little baby pulses, they look like this. We're gonna do them as a group, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Come all the way up. Back through warrior 2. These feet point towards the front of the mat. We're here. Hands come to hips, and you're going to use your core strength to step to the top of the mat. Hands can stay on hips or come back through heart center. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge, second side. Step your left leg back into a lunge. Arms can reach up or stay at heart center. Hands staying at heart center is a very grounding thing to do. It helps bring your body into alignment. Option to bring that back knee to the mat for a deeper hip opening. Inhale, find length in your spine. And exhale, maybe come a little bit deeper. Just in your hips. It might just be in your mind. You might feel a tiny movement. Front knee pulls towards front pinky toe. Come back through warrior 2, back heel lands. Arms reach for opposite sides of the room. And then again, turn your toes out. Coming back into goddess on the second side. Bring your hips down, knees pull back. Hands can be at heart center or on hips. And 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come all the way up. Good. Turn your toes back to the top of your mat. Use your core and push forward. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Downward facing dog or milking heart. And then come into Balasana, child's pose now. Take a drink of water. Take a moment to breathe here. Feel your back ribs expand and fill with air. Take this time to regulate your breathing if it's a little heavy or fast. Slow your breath. Jaw is relaxed. When you're ready, come back, tuck your toes, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Then bend your knees, back to your mat. We're gonna come into Malasana, yogi squat. So feet are about as wide as your mat or wider if you need it, toes pointed out and hips come down. Elbows push into your knees. If this is not comfortable for you, you can put a block or cushions, or you can even sit on a chair for the next little bit. And from a chair, it's a great option to sit and do what we're doing, but just in a seated position. Take a moment here, feel the weight of your body and your heels. Maybe lift your toes. Inhale, find some length in your spine. With a slight tuck of your chin, feel the crown of your head reach towards the ceiling. From here, bring your right hand to the mat and inhale, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Option to bring your left arm behind your back and open this twist. Come back to center. Left arm comes down to the mat. Inhale, right arm lifts. Come back through center. Find your breath. Right hand comes to mat. Inhale, left arm lifts. Coming through center. Left arm, and inhale, right arm lifts. And right hand back through center. All right. Make your way down to Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Again, if you want a cushion or something under your seat, I encourage you to do that so that you can be as comfortable as possible in this position. Inhale, lift your shoulders, bring them all the way up to your ears. Exhale, relax, and let your shoulder blades fall down your back. Inhale, squeeze up, tense your shoulders. Exhale and relax. Last time, inhale, squeeze as hard as you can. Shoulders come up, arms are tense. And exhale, relax your upper body. We're going to do a similar exercise with our lower legs. It's a little harder, you can't really see it. It's more of an internal feeling. But as we exhale, we're going to relax. And as we inhale, tense all the legs in your upper thigh. Inhale, tense, tense, tense as you can in your glutes and thighs. And then exhale and release that tension in your legs. Do this again. Inhale, tense as you possibly can make them. Exhale and release. And one last time. Tense legs, glutes, and squeeze as hard as you can. Exhale and relax. I'm going to take a moment and we're going to do some pranayama, some breathing exercises. Different than at the beginning. We're going to take our hand, our right hand, our two fingers in the middle, come down to the pad of your thumb. Okay. Did the opposite way, sorry. These two fingers come down to the pad of your thumb. Your pinky and other finger are up and your thumb is up. You're going to block your right nostril. Inhale through the left side for 5 seconds. You're going to block your nose with both fingers and hold. And when you exhale, push on the left side and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Block your nose. Hold. And exhale, other side. Inhale, left. Block and hold. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Block and hold. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Block and hold. exhale right. Inhale, block and hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block and hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block and hold. One more round each side as we exhale left. Inhale to your fullest capacity on this side. When you're ready, block, hold just for a moment. Right side, exhale. And let your hand come to your legs. Find your normal breath. Relax your gaze. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes here for a moment. Find your breath. Notice the temperature of the air coming in your body and the temperature of the air coming out of your body. Had a little chance to slow down. We're going to come into Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So please make your way onto your back body. Feet and knees are in line with hips. You can walk your feet towards your body to a place where they feel comfortable. Hands, we call them robot arms. Hands reach towards the ceiling, fingers are spread wide, triceps push into the mat. Squeeze your hips and lift your pelvis up here. You can roll your shoulder blades under a little bit to give you a little bit more stability. Feel your shin bones pull towards the front of the room, or whatever's in front of you. Chin is gently tucked. And there's very little pressure in the back of your head. Your shoulders are taking the majority of the weight of your body. Take 2 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, gently and slowly roll your body back down. Take a moment. Do your windshield wipers where you let your feet stay where they're at, knees fall to one side. Inhale, knees come through center. Exhale, knees fall opposite side. Inhale through center. We'll do 1 more each side. Exhale. Inhale through center. And exhale, fall. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose, second and last time. Knees are bent. Feet push into the mat, triceps, back of arms push into the mat, fingertips are spread wide. Inhale, lift your hips, pelvis up off the mat. You can possibly just do a little lift here. Oops. Stay where you're at. So a few more breaths. Slowly lower your back body back to the mat. Option to take your knees in towards your chest here if you have a bigger belly for whatever reason. Knees are on the outside of that. Maybe do some foot rotations, loosen up your ankles a little bit. Nanda Balasana, happy baby. Option to do 1 leg at a time and put your foot down, hold the outside of 1 leg and hold here. Or you can take the bottom of both feet, knees pull towards upper body. Toes are flexed, hands are on the outside of your feet. If you're doing one side at a time, please switch to the other side now. Release your feet back to the mat. And Supta Kapottasana, recline figure 4. We're not going to spend a lot of time in this position. We don't want to spend too much time on our back. With our left foot bent, our right leg comes over, right knee is bent, and over knee. Option to stay here or reach through, take left thigh and bring it towards body. This is a great stretch right here, and you don't need to add to it if this feels like enough for you. Release right foot back to the mat. Left foot crosses over right. Option to stay here or to reach through and take right thigh closer to right body. Right foot comes back to the mat. And from here we find Shavasana, our final resting pose for the next few minutes. If you are pregnant, I encourage you to find Shavasana maybe on a couch or lying on your left side with a body pillow, or you can just lay on the floor on your left side, but I do not encourage anyone carrying to lie on their backs for this time. In Shavasana, our back body, for non-pregnant people, can just relax on the mat, arms by your side, feet out, and toes point away from body. If you are pregnant, please roll to your left side and find a comfortable position here. Eyes can be shut or have a soft gaze, whatever feels better for you right now. If you're not comfortable with your eyes being closed, please do not feel obligated to do that. For the next few minutes in Shavasana, we're going to allow our bodies to absorb all of the hard work that you just did. Relaxing after doing physical fitness is one of the best things that we can do for our bodies as a recovery option and a way to accept everything that's just happened. In yoga, Shavasana is also a chance to quiet the mind. On average, the human has between 5,000 and 60,000 unfiltered thoughts a day that just pop into your head. Try to take this time to focus solely on your body and your breath. Thoughts will pop into your mind, and when they do, instead of getting mad about them, acknowledge that they're there and thank yourself for noticing that your mind has wandered, and then bring your breath to your focus. Take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Relax that small space in between your eyebrows. You hold a lot of tension there. Let your jaw be gentle. Tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth. Start to bring some awareness back to your breath. Inhale a little deeper. Exhale a little longer. Maybe find some movement in your limbs, your fingertips, and your toes. If you're on your back, maybe stretch your arms overhead, legs reach in the opposite direction. Option to roll to one side of your body here and take a moment. And when you're ready, make your way to a seated position, Sukhasana, the top of your mat. Bring your hands through heart center. May your days be filled with joy and peace. Please bring your thumbs in between your your eyebrows. And we say, thank you for joining. Namaste. Thank you so much for everybody that made the time for themselves to come to their mat and work on their breath and their body and bring some movement. That's amazing. I'm so grateful for everyone that showed up. Thank you.
Thank you everyone who joined. If you're watching recorded, which I know nearly everyone that registered will be, please reach out to Christina with any questions. Christina, thank you. That was amazing and a great way to start a Saturday in my part of the world. So thank you, thank you. It was really, really beautiful.
Thank you. Okay.